Good evening and welcome to Vikings Volleyball on live stream, STL. We're live from Jefferson College Fieldhouse in Hillsborough, Missouri. Joe Ellen Stringer Court, the brand new court here, beautiful court, just dedicated last week here. Our 7 o'clock game starting at 6:33-ish is between the Indian Hills Warriors and the Jefferson Vikings. Ray Halbrook along with Matt Bates. Matt, round 2 today of the, we'll throw it up here real quick, the Iowa-Missouri Challenge on live stream STL here. And right now the Missouri teams have been have gotten the better end of the deal of this particular challenge. So Matt, what you got? What we got in store for this 6:33 game today?
Well, what you have right now is you have Jeffco coming in. They were 8-10 with the win today with the 3-set win over Iowa Western. Moves them now to 9-10 on the season. If they want to get to that 500 mark, they're going to have to go against the number 2 team in the nation right now, which is the Indian Hills team, coming in at 27-2. Coming into the tournament, they had won 19 in a row until they lost to West Plains 3-2 yesterday. Earlier today, they beat Mineral Area College 3-1. But looking at some of the standouts for the Indian Hills team, Genesis Lalani, number 18. She is the NJCAA number 1 assist leader in the nation right now.
Wow.
Coming in, she had 1,032 assists, and she was number 2 in service aces with 67.
Wow.
Larissa Scanton-Burlow and Kinga Michalska are 12 and 14 respectively in the NJCAA with 250, 247 kills. So the Lady Vikings are going to have their work cut out for them today and some to try to get to that 500 mark, Ray.
Absolutely. Thanks for being with us on all the different outlets here. Do us a favor, like and share the page that you're on. If you're on the live stream STL page, please do so over on our Facebook and YouTube page. And we're going to get things started here. Matt Bates, you've got the call, my friend.
Jefferson College will be moving left to right if you're following us on the radio medium today, or if you're following us on the live stream STL. They are in the red, white, and blue uniforms. Indian Hills, they are in the white with gold trim, except the libero. She's in a maroon jersey. Back to serve, number 14, Natani Gumieres for the Lady Vikings, and we are off with a serve. Back to the back, handled by Lalani. She sets it up over to Vali. Handled by Gutierrez back there. She gets it over to LeBlanc. They get it back over. Number 15, that is Vali. Over to the libero back there. That is, can't read it with the ponytail. I'm sorry about that. Gutierrez. Over to LeBlanc. Davis. Smith. Can't get it up over the net. 1-0 right now for Indian Hills. Back to serve will be number 18, Genesis Lalani. She is, again, number 2 in the nation with service aces of 67. Back out to Gumieres. She gets it over to Smith, bangs it out. Just like that, ends that serve for Indian Hills, and it is 1-1 right now. Your libero, same as in the first game, is Amelia Bostal from Argentina. She's over on the far side of the court, going to bang a knuckleball through. Just dinked on the other side of the net by LeBlanc, but it is banged over there by number 8. That is Kinga Michalska from Poland. Dink back, number 5, that is Bursey. She gets it back over the hand of Dostal. And it goes out, and that will be a 2-1 Indian Hills lead. As I mentioned earlier, Ray, they're going to have their work cut out for them. This isn't going to be give me points by any stretch.
Very much a legit team here that they're playing against.
Number 15, Jenna Vallée from Ponechet, France. The Indian Hills roster of the 18 ladies that are on it, only 4 of them are from the United States. Number 1, Kindia Smith. Dinks it over. That is handled by Lalani. She gets it back over. And for some reason, Paige Davis thought someone else was going to play it, namely Morgan LeBlanc, and it falls in. Uncontested, 3-1, Indian Hills. They will retain serve and a little jump serve. back to Gutierrez, handled by Bostal. Over to LeBlanc. That goes out. That should make it 4-2. Nope, 3-1. 4-1. They're just having fun with us on the scoreboard over there. LeBlanc off the hand, and that is point for the Vikings. We are now officially at 4-2. We got this. We got this. All right, number 8, Julia Lemos from Brazil. She had a great first game for the Lady Vikings. Back to serve. About 10 dribbles. Stops, pops, sends a floater back. Handled by Lalani at the net. And I guess going to be a net violation on the Lady Vikings. That should make it 5-2 now. Favor of Indian Hills. The serve back there by their libero. That's number 5. That's Sasha Vidal. Ball goes up and over for the Lady Vikings. That makes it 5-3. And number 14, that is Gutierrez coming out. She's getting instruction from head coach Ida Steiger. Number 12, Morgan LeBlanc, back to serve in the far corner. Cross over to Lalani. Set up with the spike. Indian Hills, 6-3.
Putting that ball over with authority, I'll tell you that.
Kinga Michalska. And she is also the one back there serving now from Szwawowsko, Poland. Bang, over the top, handled by Bostal. That was just a playback over the net, and that was brought back over by Yarolyn de los Santos from Santo Domingo, Puerto Rico. Kinga Michalska, 5'11" freshman. Spins, serves from way back at the baseline. Handled by Lemos. Bang by number 7, Maureen Matthews, out of nowhere. Solid spike cross court. 7-4 as the Vikings are down by 3. Number 5, Alohalini Bursey. Back to serve for the Lady Vikings. About a 5-step jump. Handled by Vidal at the libero spot, and they bang it out of bounds. Michalska just couldn't drop it in the corner back there. It is now 7-5, down by 2. Bursey remains on the serve for the Lady Vikings. Opening set. Final game of the day for both of these teams. Matthews once again bangs it over, but handled by Vidal back in the back. Handled by Lemos up front. Back over to Matthews. Another one. Bang out off of number 15, Jenna Valley. That is another point for the Lady Vikings. They are now down 6-7. Once again with Bursey back there serving the big points for him. Here she comes. Stops, pops it in. Handled by Valley back there. It is going to be set up by LeBlanc. Over to Matthews, who just dinks it back over. Lalani sets it up. Wow, what a hit by Valley from the way back. Matthews goes to dink, handled by Valley in the back. Over to Lalani, handled by LeBlanc. Lemos sets up to Branch Ottman. She gets it off the net. Bumps it back over their libero. Vidal plays it. What a rally. Handled at the net by Matthews. Punch back over to Lemos. Branch Ottman gets the point. Tie ball game 7-7. What a rally. Goes in the favor of the Jefferson College Lady Vikings, tied up at 7. Bursey still on the serve for Jefferson College. Stops, pops, handles back at the back line by Valley. Back over to Lalani. Handled by Lemos. Sets it to LeBlanc. Branch Ottman fires it back. Handled by Michalska. They get it up to the net. What a play by number 5 by Bursey. Over to Matthews. She bumps it over. Handled by Vidal. They fake. Over. Off of Branch Ottman. Point. Goes off of her arms out of bounds, but it is 8-7 now. Indian Hills. Last two rallies. Back to serve. Branch Ottman. That goes out. Should be 9-7 now, Indian Hills. That is Josie Shockley, number 10 now, back there serving for Indian Hills. She sends it back to Bostal. Over to Matthews. Bang off another arm. Handled by Shockley back there. Set up by Lalani. She bumps it over the net. Handled by Lamos. Over to Matthews. Bang off there, Libero Vidal. Number 15, that is Jenna Vallee from France, and she is just a beast with the arm. 10-7. The French hammer. Jenna Vallee, 6'2". Lalani, 6'3". That is no joke with the ladies up front. Here is Matthews with a bang. Maureen Matthews coming in at 6 foot from High Ridge, Missouri, goes cross court. 10-8. Vikings down by 2 now. Paige Davis back to serve for Jefferson College. Jo Ellen Stringer Court is rocking today now. Set up by Lalani. Dink over the net. Number 7, that is Maureen Matthews. That looks like a net violation. That will now be 11-8 for Indian Hills. Serve back in the back there from number 6. That is Maggie Paiva from Asuncion, Paraguay. That goes out through the back. 11-9 now is our score. First set still. Back to serve. Number 14, Natani Gumieres. Stops, pops it over. Handled by Shockley back there. And a dink over by number 15, Jenna Vallee, but she hits it out, and that is 11-10. Vikings now down by 1, 10-11. In the opening set. Back to serve, number 14, Natani Gumieres from Brazil, 5'6" sophomore. Pops it over the net, handled in the back. Lalani is going to set it up once again for Vallee. She hits a hammer, handled by Bostal. Back over to LeBlanc. She hammers it over. Lalani sets it up. Back on the other side, handled by Paige Davis to LeBlanc. Handled by Vidal. Back over the net. Handled by Dostal. She gets it over to number 1, Smith. She hammers it off of the Indian Hills, and it goes out. That is now 12-10 in favor of Indian Hills Community College. Back to serve, Genesis Lalani from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Sends it all the way back, and Bostal can't get all the way back to get it, as that will now be another point for Indian Hills. Back to serve once again, Genesis Lalani, 13-10 in favor of Indian Hills. Set up by Davis. That is hammered out by Kindia Smith. Jefferson College Lady Vikings now 11-13, and your libero back there will be Amelia Bostal. She will be serving. 5'6" sophomore. Handles, sends it back to Sasha Vidal there. Libero off the hands of Alohalini Bursey at the net. Falls down in favor of the Lady Vikings. That should now be 14-12. Nope. Indian Hills got the point on that. 14-11. Not the first time I will be wrong on the score today. Won't be the last time either. So, Jenna Vallee from France bangs one over, 15-11, service ace. She's going to set it up again, do the same thing. Back on the far side of the court. And bangs it over, handled by Gumiarez. Over to Smith. Net. Number 5, Alohalini Bursey with a dink right in the middle of everybody. Little open floor. And now it is a 12-15 margin that the Lady Vikings are down by. 3 points. Back to serve. Should be Julia Lemos. Number 8 fires it back cross court. Valley plays it, sets it over to Lalani. Bang at the net off Michalska. She sets it back up for Lalani. She pushes it over off the arms of Bursey, falls to the floor. Two-handed push just like that. 16-12. Indian Hills is up by 4. Sasha Vidal, the freshman libero, stops, pops, jumps, handled by Gumiarez. Back at the line. Over to number 12, Morgan LeBlanc. Hammers it off of De Los Santos at the front of the net. 13-16. Down by 3. Number 12, Morgan LeBlanc, back to serve. Stops, spins, pops it over. Lalani tried the little push over the net again. Didn't work. Handled in the back by LeBlanc. Mishandled by Bursey at the net. 17-13 Indian Hills. Opening set. Back to serve. Kinga Michalska, 5'11" freshman, once again from Zwoszka, Poland. Spins, serves it from all the way in the back. Handled by LeBlanc. Over to Lemos. Off of the hands of Vidal, and just like that, 14-17, and Bursey back again to serve. Seems to be the server of the day here. Server du jour for the Lady Vikings. See what she brings to the table. That's a net ball. Not what they wanted to see from one of their better point getters today as far as her service goes. All right, 18-14. Number 10, Josie Schlockley, back to serve for Indian Hills. Spins, jumps, pops it to the back, handled by 2 Lady Vikings back there, LeBlanc and Bostel. They get it over the net, handled by Lalani. Over to Valley, handled by Bostel. Over to Matthews, big hammer, handled by Vidal. She gets it back over to De Los Santos, over the hands of LeBlanc, and just like that, 19-14. Indian Hills up by 5. Keeping serve, Josie Schlockley, and there's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout as well with the Lady Vikings trailing 14-19. This is Jefferson College volleyball on Livestream STL. Back in a minute.
We are here for the health and well-being of Jefferson County.
We are here at county schools, private schools, and Jefferson College to serve students.
We are here providing mental health services for children and adults.
Providing dental care, doctor visits, wellness exams, and immunizations at our school-based health centers.
Still responding to the demand for COVID vaccines and testing at ComTree clinics.
Join 1 in 20 residents in the county.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We invite you to become a member of the ComTree family tree.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Shockley back to serve for Indian Hills. And not sure what the call is down there on the floor, but it is now 15-19. Still 4-point lead for Indian Hills. Back to serve number 11, Paige Davis, 5'8" freshman from Leopold, Missouri. Right-hander goes cross court. Michalska Off the hands of number 18, Henneslis Lalani there at the net. We will take that 19-16 down by 3. Paige Davis ready to let another one fly back here. Serve back to the corner off of Valley. Handled by Vidal all the way back. De Los Santos bumps it over the net. LeBlanc over to Matthews. Dink falls in. 17-19 down by 2. Paige Davis still on the serve. My, how quickly the tide can turn. Momentum riding in waves just like the Viking ship on the floor. Handled by Valley. Over to Leilani. Back over to Valley. Off the hands of Morgan LeBlanc. Spins to the ground. 20-17. Just maintaining enough distance. That early rush by Indian Hills is really the difference right now. This 3-point lead still. Handled by Matthews, over to LeBlanc. Smith off the net, still maintained. Number 12, LeBlanc. Off of Bostel, off LeBlanc, out the back. Indian Hills 21-17. Regaining the 4-point lead again. Number 6, Maggie Paiva from Asuncion, Paraguay. Middle of the court. Stops, pops, hammers one off the net. Handled, Bostel just fires it back over the net. Handled by Lalani. Spike off of Lalani. That was De Los Santos just burying another one up there at the net. Again, the net front presence, Rosario 6'3", Valley 6'2", De Los Santos 6'4", Lalani 6'3". It was like a picket fence up front. Off the hands of LeBlanc and Matthews, and out another point, 23-17, down by 6 now. Had just clawed their way back into about 3. Now they're down by 6. And Paiva back there serving again off of Paige Davis, over to Matthews. Hammers it over, handled by Lalani. Back over to Valley, and the French hammer nails it for Indian Hills. And just like that, match point, 24-17 for set 1.
Matt, you talk about the amount of momentum has changed big time here in the last 5-6 points.
Paiva, we will take that service ace out of bounds. Or we just call that a server error. I'm sorry about that. That is 24-18, so we're going to have some damage done here in a short amount of time. Natani Gumieras back to serve for the Lady Vikings. Pops right into the net, and just like that, game 1's over with, 25-18. We're going to step aside as we come back for set 2, and we'll be joined by Steve Ringling. You are listening and watching Jefferson College Lady Vikings volleyball on Livestream STL.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
When I first walked on campus at Jefferson College, I was so excited.
I knew I wanted to be here. This is amazing. This is where I belong. Jefferson College offers the quality, flexibility, and affordability that I'm looking for.
The beautiful campus and friendly atmosphere make me feel welcome.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong at Jefferson College. Classes start soon. Learn more at jeffco.edu.
Tire Bargains, your one-stop destination for all your vehicle's needs. Established in 1985, we offer the best deals on all major tire brands, custom wheels, and lift kits. But we do so much more than just make your vehicle look good. We also help make sure it rides and drives good by offering a full range of repair and inspection services, including alignments. Whether it's custom accessories or repair work, Tire Bargains has you covered. Tire Bargains is located at 2100 Truman Boulevard in Crystal City. Give us a call today at 636-937-0021.
We are back here. Steve Ringling's going to join us here. We started a little early on you, Steve. Sorry about that.
That's all right, man. Good to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, he's going to jump in with some color here. So,
well, real quick, Steve, what you saw whenever you got here, what did you think so far about the game between the two teams?
Well, I saw a lot of good action. Ray was telling me, and you were telling me that this team that they're playing, Indian Hills, is ranked number 2, and you can tell why. I mean, they got some powerhouses up front. I think Jefferson College has just got to play some good defense and move a little quicker, but that was some good volleyball I've seen there for the last 15, 20 points or whatever. So
we were talking in the opening, number 18 out there for Indian Hills, Genesis Lalani. She is number 1 in the NJCAA in assists. She came in with 1,032, and she was number 2 in the nation in service aces at 67.
Huh. Yeah,
and she's back there serving right now.
Yeah, I can tell has really good hands, and she knows how to move the ball around up front to that setting position.
Here is Kendia Smith, hammers it back over for Jefferson College at the net there, now going right to left. Here is LeBlanc off the hands, back and out, and just like that, another lead right off the bat for Indian Hills.
A double block on the right, the outside hit, and fell in the middle there, and nobody's home.
Genesis Lalani, 6'3" sophomore from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, fires it to the back line. Meadow Morse back there on the back line, seeing her first action today. Kendia Smith fires it into the net and off, and it is now just like that, 2-0 Indian Hills.
I don't think Jeffco's got the ball back over the net yet. Those big old blockers up front there.
I was just saying right before the first set ended, it's just like picket fences out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Handled by Bostel on the back line. Up to Smith. She fires it off the hands of Valley at the front of the net. Handled by Bostel. Over to LeBlanc. Goes off the hands of number 13, Sierra Sievers. She had a couple nice points earlier in today's match. But nonetheless, it is 3-0, and Genesis Lalani is serving again. Handled back there by Morse.
Oh. Up ref called a 2-hit there on the setter for Jeffco.
4-0. And I believe that would have been number 11, Paige Davis, but nonetheless, Lalani is still serving back to Morse. Over to Davis, over to LeBlanc, and we get one to finally fall in and break the donut. There's one.
Still off a double block over there, though. That's the 5th block for Indian Hills here in this second set, and there's only 5 points.
Number 14, Erica Calderon Rosario, up there at the front for Indian Hills, 6'3" sophomore. Over to Lalani, 6'3" sophomore. Over to Michalska, who they say is 5'11". She looks closer to 6 foot as well, and is now 5-1. Indian Hills. Number 15, Jenna Vallee from Ponechet, France. Oui, mademoiselle. Over to LeBlanc. Sets it up for number 5. That is Alohalini Bursey, and she just buries it. 2-5. Down by 3 are the Lady Vikings, and that will be Julia Lemos back to serve for the Lady Vikings. Stops, pops, fires one to the back line. handled by Vidal. Gets it, just a push over by Lalani. We set it up. That is Bursey, kind of just dinking one to the back corner, falls into no woman's land back there.
That's a nice little shove shot. She's really good at those. I remember seeing her last year, and I also watched her in high school. And very good front row middle blocker there.
3-5, down by 2. Lemos serves, handled by Vidal in the back. Dink by Rosario, pushed back over by Branch Ottman, handled by Vidal. Bang, over by Machalska, handled by Bostel. They get it back over, handled by Vidal. Bang, back over to Machalska. She's just not going to quit with that. And we get a dink right off the hand. That is number 12, Morgan LeBlanc, gets one to fall in. And Steve, Ray, just like that, we got a 5-4 ball game, down by 1. Lemos back on the serve.
I think Jeffco kind of figured out that instead of swinging away on the ball and getting blocked, they're just putting that little dink right over the block, and it's working for them here right now. Got a little net adjustment there.
Lemos, back handled by Valley, over to Lalani. She pushes it over, handled by Bostel. Over to Lemos. They punch it right into the net, falls in. Finally, we got this thing knotted back up again. 5-5 is the score here in set number 2. Nothing coming easy in either one of these first 2 sets for the Jeffco Lady Vikings. Julia Lemos still on the serve. Stop, pops to the back, and it goes out.
Little deep. Yeah, this setter from Indian Hills, Lalani, is it?
Yes.
And she's got some soft hands. Not only that, she's 6'3", and normally you don't see setters, as one of the tallest girls on the court, but she is right there, and Jeffco girl rolls under the net.
That is a no-no. Can't do that. And Steve, as we're watching this, I mean, when you're going up against like the number 2 team in the nation, giving them points isn't what you want to be doing, especially on just little.
Yep, serving out of the back and falling under the net.
And that is number 10, Branch Ottman. Amari Branch Ottman fires one into the net. 8-5 now. So just like that, another 3-point lead for Indian Hills. Yep. Their libero, Sasha Vidal, back there to serve. Ooh. And that goes off the arm of Meadow Morse. Shoots out to the side at 9-5. Indian Hills still on top.
Had 2 balls on the court at that on that play there.
Vidal back to the back. Meadows cuts in front of Bostel. LeBlanc set by Lalani. Nice dig by Bostel.
Yep.
Off of number 12. That is LeBlanc, and it falls in, and it is now a 10-5 ball game. They've just doubled us up.
Yep. Again, they were just swinging away. They were trying to pound the ball through, and they got that big block up there, and it just fell back on them.
Vidal back to serve again in the back court to Meadow Morse. They're going to pick on her back in the back. Dink by Bursey. Dink back over by Machalska. And Bostel and Meadow Morse back in the back. Just couldn't get in sync on that, and another one falls in. 11-5 Indian Hills.
Another thing you notice here is watch Indian Hills. Their girls don't move around as much. It seems like Jeffco is just always, the girls are flying and falling and all over the court, and not because of just main hustle. It's just that Indian Hills is just putting the ball where they're not.
Branch Ottman just touches one over the net, and it falls off to the side. 12-5 with Sasha Vidal back to serve again. She busts one all the way to the back line to Morse. LeBlanc back over to Valley. Machalska fires it back, handled by Meadow Morse. Branch Ottman off an arm at the front of the net. Handled by Meadow Morse back on the back line. Sets it up over to LeBlanc. Handled by Vidal over to Lalani. Fires it back over, and Meadow Morse once again off of her arms, way back, out and out of play. If you brought your glove, could have got a foul ball today. 13-5, and we got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout as well. Lady Vikings down by 8 in set number 2. Jefferson College Lady on Livestream STL.
Jefferson College, my first choice.
My first choice to launch a successful career, not just a job.
My first choice to learn skills, to earn money, not owe money.
Affordable career programs, 2-year transfer, and high school dual enrollment courses. Begin the path to a great career without paying a 4-year college price.
Jefferson College is my first choice.
My first choice.
My first choice.
Make Jefferson College your first choice for a great education.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Steve Ringling back here at Joe Ellen Stringer Court inside the Jefferson College Field House. And just like that, Vidal's service ace goes all the way to the back. 14-5. Now a 9-point lead. Vidal still serving. Ooh. And it must have just landed in that little quadrant back there. But, I mean, the guy right on it with the flag in the corner.
Yep. That was a great serve, a little sniper serve there.
Another ace for Vidal. 15-5, now a 10-point lead. Busts another one back to Gumiarez. Back to her again. Over to Lalani. She bumps it back over to Michalska. Handled by... Ooh. Sorry about that. Took my glasses off for a second and just lost track of everybody out there on the court. But Gumiarez hits back to her. It drops in 16-5. Number 8 is Julia Lemos for the Lady Vikings, handled by Gumiarez. The Lemos now to Bursey, and she buries one. Yeah. Finally, we break the serve of Vidal back there. And Morgan LeBlanc, 5'8", sophomore from Branson, Missouri. Going to see what she can do, as it is now a 10-point lead, a double-digit lead for Indian Hills, 16-6.
Bursey had some attitude on that hit out of the middle, on that last point for Jefferson.
Another one handled by Matthews. She comes in firing, hammers another one. Michalska bangs one off of Matthews. She says, not in here. Branch Altman drops one in off the hands of De Los Santos up there at the front of the net. 7-16. Now a one-digit lead, down by 9. LeBlanc back to serve. Close court to us, goes across court. Michalska bangs one back off of Bostel. Over to Matthews. She tries banging one. It's handled by Bostel. Push back over. Lalani sets. Michalska bangs it off of Matthews. 17-7. And now, just like that, side out. And number 9, Larissa Scantamburlo, freshman from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, bangs one out. Bostel handles it over to Matthews. Back to Bostel. She bumps it over. Handled by Vidal. Lalani sets it back to Vali. And she crashes one into the net. Lady Vikings will take that. 17-8 now, down by 11. Keep on fighting, plugging away. Number 5, Alohalini Bursey buries one to the back court. Dink at the front of the net by Scantamburlo, and does not fall in, and that is a point for Indian Hills. Back to a 10-point lead, 18-8.
That's some of the toughest points there. You get a block there, but you don't execute exactly, and the ball goes out. You're not getting your hands up and point it in the right direction, and
And just like that.
Out of bounds.
Matthews bangs another one back off of Vidal. Handled by Bostel. She sets. Lemos over to Matthews. Dink.
Yep.
Down and in. 18-9. Still a doubled up score. Down by 9. Second set.
Jefferson College has got 7 points off of a tip or a dink over the blocker instead of trying to go through the blocker.
So if 7 of your 9 points come that way, coach needs to take note of that. Lalani back over to Vali. Push over.
Up ref called a double hit on that one there. That was a little questionable, but Jefferson gets the call.
As long as it goes in our favor, it's a great call.
Yep.
18-10.
Yep.
And Paige Davis still on the serve back there. Back to Schlockley. Over to Vali, handled by Paige Davis. Over to Matthews. Matthews off of Vidal, back in the back, and that'll drop in 18-11, down by 7.
Jeffco got a good hit there because there was only one blocker up there just because of the bang-bang play there. So
drop one in just over the net in front of all of them there. But Vali over to Lalani. Sets up De Los Santos. At the net, Vali comes in, bangs one in, but falls into the net, and it is now 12-18. Paige Davis still continues the serve for Jefferson College Lady Vikings. Turning out to be a productive service for her.
Yeah, well, you got to take a bite out of a big score. It's tough, but going against a team like Indian Hills, it's even tougher.
What a dig by Bostel in the back. She set up that whole play by that monster dig back in the back corner.
Oh, yeah. And did you notice? No blockers up there because of, again, bang-bang play and a timeout.
And we're going to step out with the score 13 for the Lady Vikings, 18 for Indian Hills. You are tuned in to Lady Vikings basketball right here on Livestream STL.
We are here for the health and well-being of Jefferson County.
We are here at county schools, private schools, and Jefferson College to serve students.
We are here providing mental health services for children and adults.
Providing dental care, doctor visits, wellness exams, and immunizations at our school-based health centers.
Still respond to a demand for COVID vaccines and testing at ComTree clinics.
Join 1 in 20 residents in the county.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here. We invite you to become a member of the ComTree family tree.
Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Steve Ringling back here for Lady Vikings volleyball. Volleyball on live stream STL. And after the timeout, Paige Davis still on the serve for the Lady Vikings, handled by Vidal in the backcourt. Over to Lalani, over to Vali. Handled by Bostel. Over to Smith. She sets it up. Vali brings a hammer.
Just out.
Okay. Watching the way he was sniggling back there, I
think what he did is he was watching where it hit. He said it was out, and then he moved to the line just to let him know.
So I was.
Yep.
So.
What a great play by the libero from Jefferson College to keep that play. Wait. Oh, he called it.
He did call it out. 19-14.
However,
Indian Hills.
Indian Hills got the ball, though, and he called it out. That should have been a Jefferson ball.
Michalska hammers it back, handled by LeBlanc. Paige Davis, Bostel, Matthews, bang. Handled by Schlockley, back in the back. Paige Davis sets for Smith.
Off the block.
Off the block, falls in. 19-15, down by 4. Matthews looks to be coming out. She is, and Gumieres coming in to serve.
That was the weirdest exchange of players I've ever seen in volleyball. The girl actually came in and then rotated right back out and somebody else.
Gumieres fires one down low, handled by Michalska. Over to Vali, off the hands of number 13, Sierra Sievers at the net. 20-15, Indian Hills.
Even Lalani's bump sets are just right on target for her hitters, man. Her hitters love her, I bet.
And she is back there serving.
Ooh, that's probably unusual.
When you come in second in the nation with your service aces,
yeah,
and she buries one right into the net,
yep,
we will take that every day.
Yep. Honestly, it wasn't even close. I think it hit the middle of the net.
Yeah, Amelia Bolstol back here to serve now. Her arms should be fully worn out after the digs and the serves today.
There
Smith, dink, just about got it, but Michalska and Lalani bring it out of trouble. Paige Davis sets.
Yep. The setter, he called a two-hit. I thought he was going to call it in the net there.
Once again, cannot be giving points away like that. 21-16, just like that, opened back up to a 5-point lead. Valley back to serve. Fires one. Back handled by Bostel. Over to Smith. Smith back out. Yep. Back out into harm's way. Out of bounds. 22-16.
Yeah, she got blocked, but on the down, she actually dug her own there, but she just popped it too far back to the back. Nobody could get there.
Amelia Bostel back there earning her paycheck today. Valley. Another one fires out. Gumiares at the net.
Ooh.
Looked like everybody quit
Yep.
as the ball went into the net, but it still could have been played, and they just watched it fall to the floor.
Yeah, coach is still staring at that girl. Ida says
23-16. Handled by Gumiares at the back line. Over to Smith. I'm sorry, she dinks it over. Dink at the front of the net by number 16, Yarolyn De Los Santos. Steve, they list her at 6'4".
Yeah, she's probably all of that.
Once again, they got that picket fence offense there at the front of the net where everybody's either 6'2" or 6'4" across the board.
It's like a Dominican Republic wall.
And then you have the French hammer back in the back. Valley goes off of her all the way back and out.
Yep. Nice.
24-17. In comes number 10, Amari Branch-Ottman. Couple players rotating in and out. Julia Lemos back to serve. Down by 7. Hopefully we don't fire one into the net like we did right here in the first set to end it. Lemos over the net, handled by Vidal. Over to Lalani. They bang it out. 24-18.
That's a hard play to run there. It's kind of a quick one out of the middle, and it was there. I think the middle hitter just was coming down before she swung.
Lemos back to bomb another one here for the Lady Vikings. Comes set, drops one in. Vidal sets to Lalani. Back over to Michalska.
The referee's calling it out. He's coming up to the up ref here. I think he's going to say that the ball was
24-19. Lemos still on the serve for the Lady Vikings. They're not done yet. Pops one, handled by Valley. Over to Lalani. Net ball, handled. Bumped over, handled by Valley. Bumped back over by Lalani. That is Matilda Wozni, number 9, back in the back. Off of LeBlanc. Handled by Wozni. She bumps it over. Vidal bumps. Set by Lalani. All the way over. What a block.
Yeah.
Off of the hammer of Scanton Burlow.
Great defense by Jefferson College there. I think the girl put her hands up to basically protect her face, but
holy mackerel. Timeout on the floor. Timeout here as well. Lady Vikings giving it a go, 20-24. This is Vikings volleyball right here on Livestream STL.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community, knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Steve Ringling back here with you. Lady Vikings down by 4. Lemos serves, handled by Valley, all the way over to Scanton Burlow, off of number 10, Amari Branch-Ottman at the net, and just like that, 25-20. And they take set number 2. So Jefferson College Lady Vikings are going to have their work cut out for them as set number 2 comes to an end, and we're going to take a break as well, and we will be back with more volleyball action from the Lady Vikings right here on Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Petalin Pie, bringing wood-fired Neapolitan-style pizza, Italian wines, cold beer and soda, as well as Trek, Diamondback, and Redline bicycles to the Twin City area. Petalin Pie at 514 Bailey Road in Crystal City. Stop by or give us a call at 636-638-1080. Ride to eat, eat to ride. A pizza shop serving bicycles. Petalin Pie.
We are here for the health and well-being of Jefferson County.
We are here at county schools, private schools, and Jefferson College to serve students.
We are here providing mental health services for children and adults.
Providing dental care, doctor visits, wellness exams, and immunizations at our school-based health centers.
Still respond to the demand for COVID vaccines and testing at CompTree clinics.
Join 1 in 20 residents in the county.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We invite you to become a member of the CompTree family tree.
When I first walked on campus at Jefferson College, I was so excited.
I knew I wanted to be here. This is amazing. This is where I belong.
Jefferson College offers the quality, flexibility, and affordability that I'm looking for.
The beautiful campus and friendly atmosphere make me feel welcome.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong at Jefferson College. Classes start soon. Learn more at jeffco.edu.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook, Steve Ringling at the Joe Ellen Stringer Court in the Jefferson College Field House. Set number 3 could be the match, as Indian Hills has come in and they've taken the first 2 sets from the Lady Vikings. I'm not going to say handedly, but you can see the power of the number 2 team in the nation on the NJCAA circuit. And they are giving the Lady Vikings all they can handle as they are now going left to right. Matilda Wozni sends it to the back, handled by Bostel. Paige Davis over to Smith, pulled out of the net. Paige Davis once again. LeBlanc, dink, handled by Valley in the back. She
little roll shot.
Yep, just like a little half hammer, and she just finds a way to drop it in. And wash, rinse, repeat. Indian Hills back out to another 1-0 lead. And your server, Genesis Lalani, 6'3" sophomore from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And wow, she just can't find the grip on the ball for the serve, and we will,
middle of the net
again, we will take that all day, every day. Yep. Might have a different prescription on her rec specs down there. I'm not sure, but outside of the first one she got over, that's been about it. Here's Bostel. We'll take that. Fires it back. Valley. Over to Lalani. Back to Valley. Handled by number 9. That is Wozni. Lalani. Half hammer once again from Jenna Valley from Pinochet, France. And she will go back to serve now.
You got your hit, you got your dink, you got your tip, you got your roll shot, and you got your shove. And she decided to roll that one and put it right on the floor. Doesn't matter how hard you hit it, as long as it hits the floor.
And now that is number 9, Larissa Scanton-Burlow, firing one cross court. Nope, I'm sorry, that's number 8. That's Michalska, Kinga Michalska. The 8s and the 9s are a little too close for comfort on these jerseys down here. Jefferson College, nice, big, bold numbers like that. Yep. Red jersey, big white numbers on the back. Valley serves Bostel in the back, handled by Davis. Dink at the front of the net. Wozni all the way back. Paige Davis bumps it over. Silva bumps it back over. Bostel handles it for Jeffco. Over to LeBlanc. Off of the face of Bursey on the return. Little ringing in the ear.
Hit her in the head. It goes over the net, and then the girl on the from Indian Hills just kind of shoved the ball into the net. So Jeffco takes the ball. We'll take it.
We will take that. It is now a 2-3 ball game. Down by 1. Lemos back to serve again. Bangs one back to the back court. Vidal over to Michalska. She does not miss on that. 4-2.
She went around the block and right in the spot in the back where nobody was at. This is one beautiful floor, guys. I know they just redid this floor this year, didn't they?
They just
absolutely
christened
beautiful.
It this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful floor. If you've never been out to Jeffco to catch a game, man, you should come out and check a game out and check out the floor.
And check out the score as we just dropped another one in, and it is now 3-4, 1 point lead for Indian Hills. And yeah, we were talking in the first game about the dark wood of the ship out there on the floor. That wasn't.
Yep.
That cost a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Lalani sets it up. Michalska dink over, handled by Lemos. Over to Matthews off the defense at the front of the net. Push over by Lemos. Lalani. De Los Santos.
Yep. Tip.
Saying it's tipped. 5-3. 2 point lead for Indian Hills. This is one of these serves now with Michalska back there. You cannot let the game get away from you like it did last set.
Yep.
She fires another one to the back.
One thing I noticed about Jeffco that last game, they just did not have their serve-receive working for them. It just seemed like it wasn't going where they wanted it to.
And Matthews just bangs one right in to De Los Santos up there at the front of the net. I think she was dead set on just bringing the hammer on that one instead of looking to see what the defense was in front of her. And I mean, she should be fairly clear as to what's in front of you. It should range at about 6'3", regardless of who's there.
Yep. Wow.
Bang by Bursey, but it's handled by Michalska. Back.
Oh.
Handled by Lemos at the net. Over to Bursey. She finds a way to bury it past Vidal, and it is 6-4 now.
When she goes up there, she comes up with an attitude, doesn't she? Boy, I mean,
she sure does.
It's either going to be smoked or.
Sierra Sievers coming into the ball game, 6-foot sophomore from Poplar Bluff. Bursey on the serve. LeBlanc over to Lemos, over to Branch Ottman, off the defenders at the front of the net.
Calls it in.
And falls in. 7-4. Indian Hills on top.
You know, one thing with Jeffco, I mean, they're not only down by 3 here, and sometimes I just see a team that looks like they've just kind of like the air's out of them, you know, and I think if they get the air back in them, stay in this game, you know.
But a lot of the errors, you know, as we've been talking about, a lot of them are their own undoing.
Yeah, yep. silly mistakes or.
You know, we fired one here and it goes off out of bounds. Vikings make it now a 7-5 ball game, down by 2. In comes Paige Davis. Out goes Branch Ottman. Have number 1, Kandia Smith, up there at the front of the net as well, along with Matthews. Valley handles it in the back. Over to Lalani. Valley. Matthews sets Davis over to Matthews. She finds a way to get one in. 7-6 ball game.
Off the
down by
again.
1.
Momentum, boys. Momentum.
Yep.
Paige Davis still on the serve.
I'm not 100% positive either, but I think Indian Hills has maybe changed a little bit of their rotations.
I think so, yeah, because they're finding a way for Lalani not to get back to serve again, or at least get her mind right. Because once again, when you got second leading gal in the nation in service aces, and she's just having a hard time finding her stroke. Coaches identify that, and wow, De Los Santos just buries one in the back corner.
Yeah. They call that a slide. It's when the girl will start in the middle and slide to that right side, and the setter just slings it back there pretty quick. And if you get a good hit on it, it's like a one-handed dunk shot in basketball. Oh, I better not say basketball. Slide shot. Nice shot.
8-7 is the score.
There's that serve receive again. They're struggling.
Bostol back. We wind up just bumping it over. And Schlockley sets it up, and Valley hits one out, and it looks like we're knotted up at 8 now. Another set of players coming back in. Out goes Matthews. In comes Wozni. And I'm sure I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's probably Voshny, as she's from Poland. So Matilda Voshny. Nice down low serve. And she handles it, digs it out, handled at the net. Couple hits into the net. Sierra Sievers falls to the floor.
They call that a float serve, Matt. It'll kind of go over. It has no rotation on it, and you'll see it just kind of
floats in the air like a knuckleball.
Yep, exactly. We're going to have a little discussion between the down ref and up ref. Huh? Maybe a replay here?
Well, rotation is now caught up with Indian Hills at least, because Genesis Lalani is back there to serve now for Indian Hills. And they do have it at 9-8 for Indian Hills.
Some discussions with the higher-ups over there.
Well, they are working adamantly at getting it right.
Yep.
And it appears they have.
And away we go.
Here we go. Lalani, dink serve off the top of the net.
She hit the net, but it went over this time.
Handled by Wozni. They fired up into the rafters, and just like that, 10-8.
Again, that serve receive. Jeffco's got to get a good serve receive up to their setter to get that play started off. Or like you said, it's just giving points up, you know.
Wozni didn't see much action in the first match.
Right in the net again.
Wow. I mean, if I would have told you what her stats were, or, I mean, wait to now to tell you what her stats are, you'd have been like, no, there's no way. But, right now she's one of our best players, at least as far as serve errors go. Is 9-10. Vidal handle it in the back court. Lalani sets it up, dinked over. Bostel sets it up. LeBlanc goes off the block up at the top. 11-9.
Another thing you'll notice, guys, too, is the setter from Indian Hills. What is it, Lalani?
Yes.
They're running what they call a 5-1 in volleyball, so she's the all-time setter. Jeffco's running what they call a 6-2, so they actually have 2 setters. One will come in on the back row and serve, and then the other one will come in. So that's probably another.
Wow. Machalska right up there at the front of the net. Took advantage, had a couple ladies out of position as they were working their tails off out there. But
yeah, Jeffco gave up again. They thought the ball was dead.
Just like that, 12-9. Valley back there to serve again. Wozni off her hands and out. So, Steve, let me ask you this. So since, say, Wozni, she wasn't in, well, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here.
Good. Talk through it. Talk with Steve.
So Wozni didn't play in the whole first game.
Yeah.
And she's now seeing her first action of the day. And do you think that might have something to play with that, not seeing any action today where the other ladies?
Yeah, sometimes. But the other thing I see is just that effort of trying. Like maybe she's looking to try to gain a position. You know what I'm saying? Like the coach is putting her out there saying, okay, so-and-so's not handling it good, so, you know, what are we going to do to change it up here? And so sometimes you'll see that, like they're just cold and they just can't get into the game, or you see this girl go out there and go, I'm going to prove to coach something here that I can do this and I can take this position and I can get more court time. So is she a freshman or a sophomore?
She is a freshman.
Yeah.
So yep. She's from Poland.
Yeah, so maybe that's something else they're trying to do is get her a little court experience when they're down. And I don't know how much these games count with this Iowa-Missouri challenge, but I'm sure everybody wants to win. So that's what I see with that. The biggest thing I see with Jeffco is if they would just their serve receive. I don't know if these servers from Iowa or from Indian Hills are just putting it in holes or the way the movement on the ball or whatever it is, but Jeffco is just not handling their serves well at all.
Valley back to serve for Indian Hills off the hands of Vidal. Valley picks it up. Back there to Wozni. Paige Davis sets it up. LeBlanc off the hands of Wozni. Great play over to Boastal. She fires it back out. Vidal up to the front. Lalani off the hands. Paige Davis sets it up. Boastal sets for Smith off the hands of Boastal out the back. 14-9.
Just seems like Jeffco's working so hard for 1 point, and Indian Hills is just like, just another day in the gym, little practice game. You know?
Valley once again. Paige Davis sets it up off the net, off Davis, Boastal. Two-handed set, back off the net from Kendia Smith.
That wall is up there at the net again.
15-9. Valley, I mean, outside of Sasha Vidal, who they list at 5'2", I think everybody out on the court is 6 foot or better.
From Indian Hills?
For Indian Hills.
Yeah, they got a very big
15-10. Lady Vikings down by 5. Lemos, one of the better servers for Jefferson College today. At least points off of serves go.
She's got that float serve, too. Had a little movement on it that time.
Handled by Valley off the back line. Sets to her. She soft over the net. Branch Ottman back off. Handled by Vidal. Michalska fires it. Handled by Boastal. Lemos sets it up for LeBlanc. She tucks it in the back corner. 15-11.
Another thing I noticed, too, when I first walked in, guys, and I was hearing Jeffco, man, they were just talking to each other and, just communicating and encouraging each other. You don't see a whole lot of it. You still hear them talking a little bit, but not like when I first walked in. That'll change the momentum of the game, too.
Lemos back to serve again. Vidal punches it out. Valley over to Lalani. She just touches it over. Back off of Bursey. Nice play by Lemos off the net. Over to LeBlanc.
Cover.
Vidal handles it, sets from Lalani. Bang from Michalska. Off the hands and out. 16-11.
You notice that, Lalani, she's all the way over here on the outside of the net, but when she set it back, it totally threw Jeffco. They just did not expect it, and that set was just perfect there. Jeffco's got to be ready for anything with this setter.
Vidal serves over to Wozni, handles it, touched back over. That is Scanton Burlow at the net. She fires it off the hands of Bursey at the net. 17-11 here in set number 3.
Yeah, this libero is the one that kind of, I think she had about 6 or 7 points last time she was serving.
You're exactly right. Wozni, they go all the way outside of the court.
Yep.
LeBlanc, 18-11.
They're going to try to switch some stuff up. Coaches pulling out some different serve-receive rotation. And
off the top of the net, and that falls in. And Luck of the Irish are on the side of Indian Hills at the moment, or at least Vidal must have a rabbit's foot or something in her pocket.
But she also noticed that when the coach pulled somebody back, she served it to that side, and she got a little lucky, but still it was
nice play by Wozni to let that one go. Error on the side of caution, and just like that, we'll take the side out in the point, 19-12. As I said earlier, we just need a touchdown and an extra point, tie this thing up.
There you go.
7-point lead for Indian Hills. LeBlanc back to serve, handled by Valley.
There's that set again.
Over to Lalani. Michalska, Lalani back over the net, handled by LeBlanc. Wow. Branch Ottman wasn't able to get that one to drop in. 20-12. And Michalska is going to go back now to serve for Indian Hills.
Big bite they got to take out of this. They're going to have to get this here point if they're even thinking about getting back in this game, I feel like.
Bostel over to LeBlanc. Over to Matthews.
There it is.
And in.
And again, she didn't try to hammer it.
Don't have to bring the hammer every time, do you, Steve?
Nope.
You got to start somewhere.
Saw a hole and had that little roll shot. And
back to 7 points. Bursey straight down the chute. Vidal. Lalani back over to Scranton Burlow off the hands of Matthews and out, and it's 21-13. And it looks like Shockley, Josie Shockley, is going to go back to serve from Wasilla, Arkansas. Handled by LeBlanc. Back on the back row. Matthews off the hands. Valley just knocks it back over.
Ooh.
Smartly let go by Branch Ottman. She kind of had that look like, I think there's more floor there than what I have to work with, but we will take that back to another 7-point lead again. 14-21. Vikings are trailing right now. Paige Davis back to serve once again. Pops just over the net. Valley, look at that. Nice. Making the big lady bend over to get that. And Valley at all 6'2". I mean, I might give her a little bit more. 6'3". Had to bend all the way over to get that, and she wound up shooting it off to the side out of play. 15-21. Paige Davis fires it to the back. Lalani sets. Nice block at the front, but out.
That's that slide shot again. And that one there, again, when you're blocking, you really got to get your hands turned, or else the way that hit's coming off.
They're like direction signals.
Yep.
If your hands are turned outside, that's where she's going to go.
And usually with that slide, the way you're running to get to that block just makes you do that. So
Paige Davis back to number 2, Bostel in the middle. She is able to get it over the net, and that is number 6, Maggie Paiva over there for Indian Hills. Can't get the ball over, but she's going to come out. 22-16, Indian Hills on top. She comes out.
Notice how they got that point? Wasn't a big hit. It was just a drop over the block, and usually you don't have a defender right behind the block.
You send one out, and you bring another one in here. Erica Calderon Rosario, 6'3". Handled on the back row by Vidal. They set it up, knock it into the back. 23-16.
Get away from them.
And if you're Jeffco, you're hoping Hennessy's Lalani can bang another one into the net. Let's see what happens. She clears it, handled by Wozni. Over to Paige Davis. LeBlanc off of the libero. Vidal back in the back, and we will take that. 17-23, 6-point margin. Out comes Sievers. In comes Bursey. And going over to the far side, Amelia Bostel. That goes off the hands of Valley all the way to the back by Shockley. Bumps it over to Vidal. Bursey tried to go through everybody on that, but the hands of Stone at the front of the net said not today.
Big wall again up there.
Match point, game point, 24-17. Jenna Vallee from Ponachet, France. Bangs one to the back line. Bostel over. Dink by Smith. Michalska off the hand and in, and just like that, things are over with here at Joe Ellen Stringer Court. And the Jefferson Lady Vikings fall by a score of 25-17 in that last one. And we're going to step aside, take a break. This is Jefferson College Lady Vikings volleyball right here on Livestream STL. Backing up.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
When I first walked on campus at Jefferson College, I was so excited.
I knew I wanted to be here. This is amazing. This is where I belong.
Jefferson College offers the quality, flexibility, and affordability that I'm looking for.
The beautiful campus and friendly atmosphere make me feel welcome.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong here.
You belong at Jefferson College. Classes start soon. Learn more at jeffco.edu.
Indian Hills takes it in 3 straight sets here to defeat the Lady Vikings here of Jefferson College. Guys, just real quick final thoughts here. They are who they thought they were, and the number 2 ranked team in the nation, and very big reputation to live by, and they did not disappoint tonight.
And as we were talking during the game, Steve, when you're facing a number 2 team in the nation, I mean, I would compare this to playing like Valley Catholic. In football, you've got to play a perfect game, and you cannot give points away to, I don't want to call them a dominant or superior team. They're just better than you record-wise right now, and you cannot be giving points away to a really great team who really, I mean, a lot of our points today were a result of their errors on the serve errors by Lalani, who came in as one of the best servers. But you just can't give easy points away, like things just like net violations under the net, 2-hand touches, just some tidying up on that could have made this maybe a little more to where maybe Jefferson College could have pulled out a set at least on something like this instead of getting shut out 3 sets.
Yeah, a lot of times I see, I honestly think that the defense of Indian Hills was just phenomenal. I mean, you had defense blocking. I mean, most of their points in the first 7 or 8 points was from blocks, and then you had their libero in the back that was just outstanding. Picking up balls, because honestly, if you think about it, Indian Hills, they had some big hitters and they'd hit the ball, pretty hard, but our girls were picking it up. But our girls just could not get around that block. And then when they did kind of get around the block with a hit, the back row was picking it up. The one thing that Jefferson College did well was, and they probably should have tried to implement that more, was just finding a hole, whether it's a slow roll or a tip or a power push or whatever it is. But, sometimes, the other team, if they can adjust to that too, then that Indian Hills, I mean, they definitely were a great team and dominant on the net, and their setter was just phenomenal.
And speaking of the libero in the back, that was Sasha Vidal, and that will be our player of the game at least for the Indian Hill side. And as we were just saying off camera, I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be the biggest tree in the forest. That, with all the ladies that they have out there at 6 foot plus, she's 5'2", back in the back, and she was working her tail off all day. And I guess that's what you got to do to earn your stripes on the ball club, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was definitely a defensive game that I felt like won the game. And if Jeffco played them again and they saw their footage or whatever, maybe they could figure out something to beat this team. And I mean, I think Jeffco has a great team, and look forward to seeing them again.
Thank you for coming by today, Steve.
It was nice meeting you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ray, for inviting me.
Yeah.
Ray, thank you for making me look and sound good today.
There you go.
And I'll let you lead us home.
We will, and thanks for being a part of this. Again, if you're interested in finding out when we go live again on Jefferson College athletics, jump over to our Facebook page and YouTube page and subscribe. So when we go live, you'll get notifications there. So also check out our website, livestreamstl.tkdssports.com. We have write-ups for high schools and colleges as well. So check that out. Our next game will be next Wednesday against Mineral Areas. We'll be right back here. I believe that is a 6:30 start. So check that out. We'll have that updated this week on our Facebook page. Always on the top, very first thing each week. We'll update that tonight or tomorrow. For Steve Ringling, for Matt Bates, Ray Halbrook, all of us here at Livestream STL. Thanks so much for watching Vikings Volleyball on Livestream STL. We'll see you down the road. Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.